Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Residents protest police killing of 2 men in Spanish Town, call for indicom probe. Residents of Garden Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, took to the streets Sunday to protest the killing of 2 men in their community by the police. The 2 men were reportedly shot and killed while at their home on Kennedy Lane around 8:30 a.m. Sunday. It is understood that the police were said to be conducting a special operation in the community at the time of the incident. Approximately 30 residents could be heard wailing and yelling out of the residence shortly after the incident as they accused the police of murder. According to the residents who identified the deceased only by their street names, Cola and Theo, the men were in their bed sleeping and they were fatally shot. They were not outside, the men were inside asleep. I threw them window, them shot them. Mercy, mercy, cried a community member. Gunman don't sleep till sun hot. Father God, away you day, added another. The residents called for the intervention of the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom into the matter as they swarmed the cops, chanting and wailing for justice. Indicom recently reported a significant decrease in the number of people killed in confrontation with members of the security forces over the last decade. PM promises to assist St. Elizabeth Farm with purchase of donkey. Prime Minister on Johannes has promised to assist a St. Elizabeth Farm with the purchase of a donkey to help with transportation needs. The farmer made the appeal to the Prime Minister during his recent visit to the parish to hand over a house to a resident under the Government Housing Opportunity Production and Employment Hope Program. During the exchange between the female farmer and the Prime Minister, part of which was captured on video, it was noted that a donkey was a viable alternative to the exorbitant costs associated with other forms of transportation, primarily driven by the poor road conditions in the area. In speaking with the woman, Holness inquired as to where donkeys were sold and the cost. The woman shared that they were available in the community at a cost of approximately $100,000. There is nothing wrong with asking for a donkey. The donkey has been a constant feature of our agriculture from day one and has been the beast of burden and is quite good at it. So nobody should look down on your request. Your request is taken seriously by me and your MP. I am going to make a contribution to it, and your Member of Parliament, I am volunteering him to make a contribution, so you will get your donkey, said Holness. You are going to get it. I am going to make sure you get it, he added. In a subsequent post about the matter online, Holness shared that he understood the vital role farmers play in the economy, noting that his administration was determined to provide the necessary support to enhance their livelihoods. Curfew imposed in sections of Tivoli Gardens. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Tivoli Gardens, Kingston 14, in Kingston West Police Division. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Sunday, July 16, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, July 18. The boundaries of the curfew are north along Spanish Town Road from the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Industrial Terrace to the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Darling Street east, along Darling Street from the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Darling Street to the intersection of Drackett's Place, Lizard Town and Darling Street. South along an imaginary line from the intersection of Drackett's Place, Lizard Town and Darling Town to the intersection of Mackenzie Drive and Industrial Terrace, and west along Industrial Terrace from the intersection of Mackenzie Drive and Industrial Terrace to the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Industrial Terrace. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. Bunting calls for honoring court's order to pay overtime to police officers. In light of the recent surge in violent crimes, including the tragic occurrence of 70 murders in the past 2 weeks, the opposition is calling for the government and the Jamaica Constabulary Force (JCF) to honor the court's order to pay overtime for April through June to police officers in this month's salary. The position of the opposition was made known in a statement on Sunday. The opposition further warned that failure to do so risks demoralizing the police force, which is essential to ensuring the safety and security of the nation. In a recent statement, Chairman of the Jamaica Federation, Corporal Walt James, expressed disappointment in the Police High Command's failure to facilitate overtime payments for rank-and-file police personnel, despite the government's approval of a system they calculate and disperse these payments. Such actions undermine the moral and motivation of our hardworking officers who tirelessly serve to protect our communities, he said. I sympathize with Corporal James' concerns and fully support the Jamaica Police Federation in their demand to implementation of the court order mechanism to capture and compensate for overtime hours for JCF members. The court ruling in June last year clearly stated that the government should establish such a system by March 31, 2023. It is disheartening that the rank-and-file police personnel still await their rightful compensation, said Bunting, Shadow Minister in the National Security. A demoralized police force cannot effectively combat the rising crime rate we currently face. Our officers deserve fair remuneration for their dedication and sacrifices in safeguarding our communities. The court's decision must be respected and promptly executed to prevent further discontent and preserve the morale of our police force, the statement said. I urge to call upon the government and the JCF to prioritize this matter. It is essential that the Ministry of National Security takes immediate action to ensure the installation and completion of the Workforce Management Solution System, which will accurately calculate overtime payments for our hardworking police officers. This is not only a matter of fulfilling a legal obligation, but also a crucial step in maintaining an efficient and motivated police force, Bunting added.
God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month. I am tired of the abuse being meted out and believing that persons can call me to intimidate me. I have not seen the man nor woman that is going to lead me into fear so that I will retreat from doing what the membership have asked of me to do. When I was elected, it is because I have the capacity, the will, and the power to do it. We are entrenched in law as a police federation body, and nobody is going to compromise it. Politics nor nothing will come in the path of the execution of the federation's role. Bear that in mind. I also want to say to our high command and councils of deputies that the federation is not going to be muzzled, intimidated, nor bamboozled. We negotiate with government, not with high command. The Council of Deputies have no moral authority to tell us what to do when a court orders that we are to be paid overtime work and for service, that they should put in place a mechanism to capture hours so that the membership can be paid. I am not going to negotiate with high command. Let the records be made clear that the battle lines have been drawn. Speak to the court.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell